Hey guys, today's theme is red. I know how excited you are about that. So today we're going to be making a paper flower and I'll go through some of the things you need. First, you're going to need some construction paper. I chose red for the theme. And then my secondary color was pink. If you wanted to choose another color, that's fine, but I decided to use pink. You're also going to need some other things like scissors, something for the stem. I had decided to use a straw that I found at my house. You're going to need either some glue or some tape, whatever you have. Something to make a straight line. I found a ruler. You could also use a book or anything else that has a straight edge. And I think that's about it. So here we go. So the first thing you're going to need is your construction paper. I grabbed my red pieces first, and you're going to want to make sure that they're all lined up the same. If you only have one red piece, then that works too. After that, grab your ruler, set it on top of your papers, and we're going to draw a line that is the same width of the ruler. If you want your lines skinnier, that's okay. If you want them bigger, that's alright too. Whatever works for you. After you have one drawn, draw just a couple more. I think 3 should do. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with the other color. For mine, it's pink. Once you have all of your lines drawn, then pick up your papers, make sure they're all still stuck together, and then grab your scissors and very carefully cut on the line for all of the lines. You're going to do this for both of your colors. Once you have that done, then grab one of your larger pieces of paper. You're going to draw the middle of the flower, the circle. I was going to trace something, but then decided I wanted my circle to be bigger. If you want to have a perfect circle, go find like a cup or anything that's round and just trace it. But here's me drawing a circle, and then you're going to have to cut it out. After you've cut out your circle, you're going to want to compare how big your circle is compared to how wide your sticks are. Because if the long pieces of paper are too wide, you're going to need to cut them down like I did. But if you're cutting them, remember to watch your fingers so that you don't cut your fingers or your hand. If you need to, ask your parents for help. At this point, I realized I forgot to make another circle, so here's your reminder to make a second circle. I used the other color. You can use whatever color you want, the same or different. That's up to you. Once you have both circles and your long pieces of paper are as wide as you want them to be, take one of the long pieces of paper and roll it over so both of the loose ends touch. Don't fold it, just roll it so that it's got like a circle almost. And then you're going to need some glue or some tape to put it together. I used glue, but you can use whatever you want. Once you put the glue on, you can either hold the paper until the glue is dry or you can set it off to the side and underneath something. I set it off to the side. Then you're just going to continue this until you have enough petals for your flower. Once you're ready to start putting together your flower, grab one of the circles that you cut out earlier. Then you're going to have to grab one of the petals that you already glued. Put just a little bit of glue on top of the petal and then stick the circle to the petal. And you have one leaf or petal ready. Then I grabbed the other color that I used and I put it next to the first one. You're just going to continue this until you have a complete flower. While making my flower, I realized that I didn't have enough petals, which is okay. You can just go back and grab some more of your long papers and make some more. I let mine dry for just a couple minutes because if you use just a little bit of glue, you don't need to let it dry that long. Then I grabbed my other circle, put some glue on it, not a whole lot, and then just put it on the other side from the opposite side of the first circle. Now you have the top part of your flower done. I left my flower to dry for just a couple minutes yet while I went to go get my stem. After I came back with my straw, I made sure that there was nothing extra left on top. I grabbed some glue. I put it just underneath one of the petals from my flower and then I glued it in there. And then I let that dry for about 10 minutes before I even touched it because I didn't want my flower to break. Once that was dry, I brought it back over and I put some glue on it and then decorated the center of the flower to make it all pretty. You can use whatever you want to decorate the middle of your flower. Any sparklies, any little anything, really. You could use string, whatever makes you happy. I had decided to use glitter for the center of my flower, which as a reminder, if you're going to use glitter, you need to ask. And you need to make sure you don't make a mess, so only use a little bit. To make sure I didn't make a mess, when I picked up my flower, I had a little container that I would shake the glitter onto so that I could even put the extra glitter back onto my flower. Once you're finished decorating your flower, now you're done, and you have a flower. Thanks for joining me, guys.